Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday night for messages of love from above. And I can't believe the weekend's over already. Where did it go? Whoosh! It just went flying by. What a weekend of readings it has been. I have loved every one of them. And we had some lightning round readings as well, where I went on for an hour and just did one card readings and got through about 30 or more in each session. And it was fun. I'm loving it. I think I'm going to continue it. So keep an eye out for those. But before we get started in this evening session, I do want to send love out to the world. And if you want to join me, I'm more than welcome that, whether you're watching this live or on replay. We can join together outside of space and time where that energy is and multiply it to the earth. So I'm going to take a big deep breath and just come back to right here, right now. And just allow that beautiful love to flow down into our heart, fill us up, and overflow out to the world. And if you are in need of love tonight, whether for your heart, for your mind, for your body, for a loved one, a relationship, any kind of situation, whatever it may be, we send love to you right now. Beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to do that. And let me get my little desktop all set up here, and we will get into the readings. I did want to, of course, announce that I did the winner announcement for the first drawings, and we do have a winner in the house. Christina, whoop, whoop. Congratulations. And here is the video to, if you want to check out who the other two winners are. And also, let's see, what else did we do? Oh, we have the Aquarius. Pick a card for the Aquarius season. It's actually January 20th in about 5 days. But you can check out and see what the season's going to bring you. There's a pick a card and a special bonus for you Aquarius Sun babies. And if you're born today through the 20th, you're on the cusp, so it could still impact you. So you kind of have a Capricorn Aquarius mix. So you can check those out. I guess I could send you the link there. And then what else did we do? Oh, yeah, the new moon alert. We did put out the weekly energy updates, which are effective today through next Saturday. And there is a Aquarius new moon coming up on Saturday. And this tells you all about that as well. So if you want to check those out, those are by zodiac sign. All right. I think that's everything. And let me just pop out the chat here, and we will get this boat rolling. All right. And if you are new to my channel or new to these type of readings on my channel, what I do is I do go down in order. First come, first serve for the free readings, and you can ask your question or put, you want a general reading, whatever you feel comfortable doing. And I just flow down in order. And if anyone makes a donation, I do honor that energy exchange, and I step outside of the free readings, complete those, and then step back in line and continue down. If you want to know how to make a donation, you can use the super chat button at the very bottom. It's like a little dollar bill sign. Or check out the pinned comment or the description box of the video. I also have my Venmo, my PayPal, and recently added the option for Square/Cash App, because a few of you had asked about Cash App and Like you said, basically, you said, Brother Zen, you old man, why don't you have Cash App yet? No, I'm just kidding. So I did look into it and I have access to it. There's another option there too. So that is what we have. So I don't have any donations yet. So we'll start on the free readings. And Anjali, you are first up. And I am going to start off with the True Heart Intuitive Tarot. Let's see what we got going on. Hey, Christina. So, Christina is in the house, and I appreciate that. I accept all the love and your kind words about awesomeness. um, I truly struggle receiving compliments, so I will say thank you and not deflect. All right. So, Anjali, what is going on with this Satish? I tell you, what is going on? What are his perceptions and intentions? So, the perceptions is the first thing you asked here. And he perceives you. I swear he reminds you of something from the past. And it's possible that you guys do have some past life connections that have drawn you guys together. Like you just feel like you know them. Like, I know you from somewhere. It's kind of like that connection and that familiarity, which, I think you, of course, are comfortable with. But I kind of think it freaks them out a little bit. They're just like, I don't know. I don't know. But they also perceive you as in this form. This is Aquarian energy, but it's like dreams coming true. It's about balance, and they see you as this very well balanced person. I mean, the 7 stars here actually represent the 7 chakras in the body, and this balancing, this connection to spirit. There is this your aura around you, your energy around you, it just intrigues them and they perceive you as just I just almost feel like this is such a strong connection from a past life, and this energy that comes in, they're just it kind of like I said, it freaks them out a little bit and it keeps them tentative, and they're just like usually they can figure out people very quickly and they're like, oh yeah. They have all these buckets they put people in, but they're like, I don't have a bucket for you. And I think that's what has them kind of at a distance, and they're just like, I don't know. I can't control this. I don't understand it. So my little inner child is afraid of it and it doesn't want to deal with it. So, their intentions, with intentions, we've got the Ace of Cups, which is new love. We've got the Sun, which is victory and brightness. But it's still the Sun card is Leo energy, which usually has a little naked child on a horse representing the child self. And I feel like they can't get past this stuff, because both of these could represent child self, because this is nostalgia, memories, the past, childhood. And I feel like with a combination of these, there's just some things they can't get past right now anyway. They're caught up in some subconscious blocks that they can't get past because they don't even know they're there. And quite honestly, Anjali, I don't think uh, not that he doesn't care, that he just doesn't know how or have an interest in going below the surface. They're just all about forward movement and whatever happens, happens. They're not like, let me contemplate, let me go in here, let me see what I can remove, let me see how I can transform. They're not in that transformative period of their life. They're at the Mach 1,000 with your hair on fire going, fast forward. So, um, I just It just seems like it's going to be a very long haul with this one if you're wanting to endure. I'm not, and we can look at another time of here of what does spirit say about, is it for your highest experience to continue holding the flame for this one? We can find out sometime. All right. So thank you, Anjali. Hang in there. Many blessings to you. All right, Dollface Diva, you are up. Hey! So will this be the year you figure out what you want to do career-wise? All right, let's take a look here. Yeah, I figured this was going to come up because you have the wish fulfillment card. And this is the year that you figure out what makes your heart sing and what it is, what kind of career, what kind of direction you want to head in to that brings your heart, that makes your heart sing, that brings you joy. You have the 7 of Cups, and I think this is like you're trying to figure out, okay, you're standing at the fast food restaurant of dreams and you're going, so I see the menu. What are all the possibilities? What is my dream? I'm not sure. And you're reflecting on different things in your life of what you want your career to be. But the biggest thing here, I mean, you got 3 Cups cards, which is all about heart and passion, your emotion. What's going to make your heart sing? As you connect to your higher self, connect to a higher love, you're able to see more clearly what it is and how you want to uniquely share that unconditional love in your heart with the world. What makes your heart sing? What are you going to wish when you're on your deathbed at 130? You're like, oh God, no. Looking back, going, what I wish I would have done, and do that now instead of reflect later. And I feel like this is the year for that. So that is what they have for you, Diva. So many blessings for you. All right, Esther E, you are the next free reading. And what is your soul partner zodiac sign? Ooh, and when will you find love? Well, aren't you the lucky one? Your soul partner zodiac sign is an air sign. So either I laugh because I'm an air sign sun. And I'm like, my heart goes out to you. But so it is a Aquarius, of course, Libra or Gemini. So you definitely, have, this individual coming in, and it's great. They're youthful with Prince of Swords. It's the younger, a younger air sign, which is good. So, they still have their spunk and this beautiful thirst for the things of the mind with all that. Of course, their sun sign is just a piece. It's like the CEO of their astrology. They still are a soup made up of so many things, but it's a good indication. Like when a decision has to be made and there's a tie, the air is what is the tiebreaker. When you have the 3 of Wands here, and there's this change of direction that comes up in your life, and it's like you are choosing to change directions and go a different route, either moving to a different location, or you're choosing to work at a different job, or hang out at different places. It's you that is making this decision to go a different direction in your life, and right after you do that is when they come into your life, when you meet them. So that is what they have for you, Esther. I'm excited for you. Maybe you'll end up with an Aquarian. You poor thing. No, all my Aquarians understand. They're like, yeah, we get it. We get it. All right. I have friends who are married to air signs, especially Aquarians, and they're like, I have to remind them to give me emotion because we contain them in nice little containers in our heart. We have special rooms, and we're like, "Oh, that's right, you get some of my personal emotion, there you go." You don't even have to bring back the container. So, but that is wonderful. That's what they have for you. All right. Princess Pinky, you are up next. And are you learning? Okay. So you want to know in your current situation, is there anything that you're just missing in the lesson because you don't want to repeat it? I get it. Let's take a look here. What are you? Is there anything? If so, what is it? Okay. All right. Well, it looks like here, I mean, you are nurturing yourself here with Queen of Pentacles. Wow, that's not up over here. Okay, a little better over here. Oh, there it goes. It was out of focus. Woo! So you have the Queen, which is Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, new birth. But I feel like learning in this situation really is to care for you. Okay, with that, because you have the Eight of Swords here, which swords are all your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets that have been having you feeling blinded, bound, and um, you know, constricted and kind of imprisoned. And so this is, I feel like they're having you look at like the I don't feel like you're missing it. I just feel like you resist it because you have been taught to sacrifice yourself, put yourself last, give everything else to everyone else, and then if there's stuff left over you. But I feel like you are learning through this situation that I get to be selfish. I know, but you get to be fill yourself up because the greatest gift that you can give the world is a healthy, full, overflowing you, not an exhausted, giving your life force away. And so you are learning through this, like, I get to stand up for myself, I get to choose me, and I don't have to solve everyone else's problems. And I can't change people's emotional choices they're making or the mental choices they're making around things. I can only control me and my emotions. And I feel like you're learning to step back and really honor you. And so I don't feel like you're not learning or understanding it. Like I said, I feel like you're just resisting it because you're just like, no, this feels wrong. This I've been told my whole life. It reminds me when I started working at a company I was with for over 20 years. When I first started, they were like, they had you do like a monthly evaluation on your accomplishments. Oh my God, so uncomfortable because we're taught don't toot your own horn, don't share those things, be humble, be very low, keep yourself. But they taught you, no, share what your accomplishments are because you deserve it. And it really changed things when we did it on a monthly basis. It changes everyone's way of looking at themselves. And I feel like this is what, you know, you're going through this uncomfortable kind of energy, but it is time for you to be able to nurture yourself and put yourself first. So I feel like that's what they have for you, Princess Pinky. All right. Many blessings to you. All righty. So, Manju, you are up next. And you want to know your Mr. Right's personality, their traits, and their zodiac sign. All right. Let's take a look here and see. Personality. And what about zodiac sign? All right. They, of course, brought it out in reverse because you're the zodiac sign is the Aquarius. So the Aquarians are on the move, it seems. Esther is going to end up with a air sign. Maybe it won't be an Aquarius, but Manju, you have an Aquarius coming in for you. So um, they are right in alignment for you. And the personality trait here with the Three of Cups is both just a joyous person who celebrates, looks at the positive things in life, is quirky, which is totally Aquarius, obviously. And the Three of Cups represents spirit too, the spiritual connection. So I feel they're really going to be intuitive and really searching for these higher things. Aquarian energy very much about how they can help the world, how they can help mankind move up in their enlightenment too. So it's going to be someone that is really in tune with that. But Aquarius is what is coming your way. So run, run. You can run, but you can't hide. They'll find you. All right. But that's what they have for you right now, Manju. So many blessings for you. All right. Right. And Dijona Sturgis, you want to know whatever comes out. Great. Well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. So you've got, look at these fiery cards. This is Leo energy, and of course you got the Prince of Wands, which is the Knight of Wands, which is a lot of fire, a lot of movement, really stepping into your power and understanding your power right now. The Strength card represents this is like your human self, and this is your higher self. And this awareness that comes about with this is, the lion comes down. They're not aware of their higher self yet. So they feel like they're just facing life alone, and they're taught to look outside of themselves for that which will fulfill them and fill them up and make them not thirsty anymore, because they're a hungry, hungry lion when they are here, right? We're just like, oh, I need more. Where's this emptiness? I need to be full. But we're all taught by all the other humans, go out there and eat of personalities, eat of relationships, situations, and things. But when it eats of those things, it's not filled up, because people change, people pass away, people walk away, and so the relationships are not fulfilling for very long, if at all. Situations like education, work, that kind of thing never stay the same. And things like our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, they break down, they deteriorate, they explode, they burn down, all of that, to where that lion gets hangry. It's hungry, angry, and desperate. It's roaring in the jungle. And that's when our higher self knows now is the time, in our moment of desperation, when we've tried as much as we can in our stubbornness to continue to try to fulfill ourselves by the outside world. Ta-da! They come to rescue us. And they don't come down to put the lion out of its misery, cage it to keep people safe away from it, or try to manipulate it or train it with a whip and a chair and make it submit. Because what our higher self knows is what the lion is really searching for, what our human is really searching for, is the unconditional love of back home. That's what it's hungering for, what it's thirsty for. And it's so convenient that our higher self is a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love. So it's able to come down and just hug the lion and give it all the love that it needs. And it transforms this roaring, hangry lion into a purring little lion cub sitting in the lap of our higher self, feeling full, feeling no more thirst, and feeling the love it's been searching for. And then, our higher self is not like Superman who flies down, rescues, and then flies away. Now that our lion is aware of our higher self, they join hand in paw and they walk together into life in a completely different way than they have ever had. And that's where this energy comes from. This Knight of Wands, it's coming fast, it's coming in such a large amount. And you are learning more and more and more with that connection, with that power, that there's two choices in every day in life. And the Ace of Wands that this is questing after, you realize that I can choose every moment either of the fears of losing, conditional love, all those things the lion was taught to seek after, or of unconditional love of the higher realm. It's the stories we put out, the emotions we feel, the energy where we invest it is what expands and grows. And so there's this great power coming in for you right now with all of this. So that is what they have for you right now. I'd like it. All right. So many blessings for you, Dejona. All right. High vibes. You're the next free reading coming up here. And anything that you need to know. All right. Let's take a look here. So you have an invitation from spirit here, your higher self, to make sure you don't have to become a complete hermit, but it is the hermit card is stepping away from, away from all the noise and making sure you're taking time alone, away from all that outside influence and activity, getting away from the TV and the phone and all the news and all the blah, 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 and all the low energy vibes, if you have friends and even family, whoever it might be that you're around that is just putting all this fear, 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 fear vibes, it's important for you to get away from it, even if it's taking a bath or going for a walk by yourself or going out in the car and locking the doors, whatever it is, getting alone by yourself and spending some time connecting to this beautiful love from above. Because while you're doing that, you do have the Prince of Swords, the Knight of Swords. You're questing here. They all the knights have a quest, and this quest is for the Ace of Swords, which is connecting to the capital to truths of the higher realm that are rooted in that unconditional love. And as you connect more with that, as you spend this time away, you are seeing things from this higher perspective, this different perspective that allows you to cut away these expectations, those fears of losing conditional love that you've had poured into you all your life. They'll sound like supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, all these rules of what if you don't? What if you don't? Who really said that this is true? Yeah, So as you connect to the higher realms, you really um, get this truth that frees you from all these fears and other things that have been feeling restrictive. So that is what they have for you, high vibes. So many blessings for you. Right. Hey, Mira, and what messages from your ex? Anything from him? Anything? Hello. Let's see. I know. When you attend this final a session out of my busy weekend, you get the silliness, you get the sassiness of spirit comes through. Let's see here. Well, definitely the star card is coming up quite a bit here. So messages from your ex. So you've got the two wish fulfillment cards, the Nine of Cups and the Star card. So it's not a coincidence that these come in together. And it's the messages from your ex, and these are coming from your ex's higher self is the one that's bringing this into you. They're going, um, you really like, girl, you look at what are your wishes? What are really your true wishes? Because they were saying like the character I'm playing here is not it. And they're having you revisit what your idea of wish fulfillment is. Because you have two queens here. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Discs is all about Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, really looking at yourself. And the Ace of Pentacles here is a way of how you look at yourself in relation to the outside world. Also, you have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords, of course, rules over air, and she's all about seeing things from a higher perspective and cutting away the old thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, which include what you thought your wish fulfillment was, because you were given a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos around what a relationship is supposed to be, who you're supposed to be in a relationship, who they are supposed to be in a relationship, and how they're supposed to act and be and blah, 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 right? This long list. And they're saying it's time to recalibrate that and really look at it and not look at it from the place of the mind with all these mindsets, but really the queen balances the mind and the heart because both queens, this one rules over earth, this one rules over air, but both of them are given water. All the queens and the minor arcana are given water, which is emotion, connecting to the higher realms, intuition. So there's this balancing of the heart, the true heart, though, of what it is that you truly want in someone. And it's, I think it's funny that your higher self of your ex is just busting them out, going, queen, because there's two queens there, queen, this is not what you are looking for. It's what you thought you were looking for, but look higher. There's something so much more in alignment with what you are wanting in your life. And it's a wonderful time to reflect and do that. So that's hilarious. I love that their higher self is talking to you. They're waving you off. Don't even think about trying to take him back or going after him. Don't even consider that in your mind. No, go. All right, but that's what they have for you, Mira. So many blessings to you. All right, Mars. Oh, I'm so sorry that you had to. Well, I mean, of course, the experience happened for you, but I'm sorry your higher self chose that experience for you. Why are they being mean to you? Let's see here. So now they're telling you guys, okay, how will this situation turn out? Okay. Yeah, I know when we have those expectations on those humans, when they go into fear mode, all the expectations out the window because they've now turned into a cat like meow meow cat, because when the human goes into cat when the human goes into fight or flight mode, our higher cognitive, like, this is I just talked about, this is our human and this is our higher self. When we go into fight or flight mode, all spirit, all the adult mature um, side of us, the loving intelligent side of our beautiful brain, gets shut down to go into fight or flight mode. And then I always talk about, we become cats. We hiss and we attack, we hiss and we run, or attack and run. And that's what happens with these people. When they acted out, they weren't doing that purposely toward you. The little child inside of them was feeling out of control and unsafe, and they left their brain, and all their actions were out of fear to try to feel in control again and to feel safe again. And that's why they exploded, and whatever they did was out of that. It wasn't personal towards you. And even telling lies and tearing you down, it's out of fear. They start doing those things to protect themselves because they're in survival mode and they're out of their minds when they're doing these things. So, I understand the disappointment and when we expect people to act like mature, human, emotionally stable, loving adults, and they're acting like a cat and hissing and attacking people, peeing, peeing on the carpet. What are they doing? It's because they're not acting themselves. They're out of their minds. Literally, blood rushes from our brain to our arms and legs when our body goes into fight or flight mode to not think. We become confused and just attack or run, are the options that come into our reactive mind. So, that is what's happening here. How is the situation going to turn out? I mean, one, this is about you really understanding and connecting with your higher self, that this is where your strength comes from. It's not by finding what you're looking for in the outside world, because all you're going to find out there is, like you said, a huge, huge amount of disappointment. because people change, pass away, walk away. Everything just is unstable out there, and it will be disappointing. Eventually, we turn inward and upward, and that's where we meet our higher self, who does bring us what we are searching for. And that's where we find our strength. The situation ends up a rebirth. It ends, and you have a new beginning through all of this. You learn so much about it. I mean, you've got two major arcana and a royal that came out, which major arcana are about life altering um, things that happen that just change our whole perspective of our future, that transform us and strengthen us and change us into more of what we're trying to um, transform into, because your other card is the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, a lot like the Strength card. She usually has a cat on there, actually, usually has a black cat on on there. So all the cat stuff is being confirmed. But she's able, because of that cat, that's the water piece of it, that she can connect to the higher realms. You can connect to your higher self and your whole posse of support that will give you wonderful guidance on what to do and where to go and how to proceed forward. But the Queen of Wands also has a great amount of power that comes with her, knowing that wherever she focuses her magic Ace of Wands that she carries, that it grows and expands. And so if we focus on into the what's missing in our life, what we fear might come into our life, or what's in our life that we don't want, our energy grows that and expands it. But when we focus and transform it and look at what we're grateful for in our life, then that expands. When we focus on what we do want, we focus on joy and peace. That also raises our vibration to that of spirit, so we can hear more in tune with what they're telling us as well. So, my human heart goes out to you that you had to go through that, but my higher self knows you were going through it on purpose for a purpose. So take the compassion from my human and the wisdom from our higher beings, and just know that you are so much more stronger than you've been ever taught to believe. You've overcome 100% of everything that's come into your life. So you've got a great track record, and you will move through this moment by moment and step by step as well, Mars. So hang in there. Much love and many blessings to you. All right. Katrina, I don't know. I don't think I've gotten that far yet. Let me see here. Oh, no, you were up there. Sorry, it blended in with my postings. No. Yeah, you're about maybe 9 or 10 away still. So you're all right. You didn't miss anything. All right. So Christina, one of our winners, I think you won the 1 hour one too. So congratulations. And so we'll dig in here about what gifts, strengths, or powers you have inherited and from whom. And if you want to add that into your hour, we can dig even deeper. And I also do past life readings. So if you want to add that into it, Christina, if that's something you're interested in, that's an option available too. All right. Let's see here. What gifts, strengths, and powers have you inherited? All right. So you have the Eight of Discs here, and the Eight of Discs, Eight of Pentacles, is about this. It's an apprentice who has a master, studying under a master. But and actually, what I really feel with this is your family tree, and this is representing ancestors. So what you got it from is from an ancestor that was passed down. I mean, it has been something that has been passed down from generation to generation to generation that you will also pass down. And so the you have the Four of Wands, and the Four of Wands is our drive, our ambition, our passion, our inspiration, our overall energy. And the Four of Wands can be celebration, it can be joy, but I feel like this is this bringing in stability to energy, so energetic stability into life. And this is interesting. So I don't know if you've gotten into energy work, which is channeling energy, either like Reiki, Qigong, um, Chi, that type of energy movement, that you have this ability to help balance people's meridians and balance people's chakras, balance people's energies. With their permission, you access like their energy grids. I don't know what all this is, but it's you access them and you're able to help align things and move things, get things flowing in their emotional bodies, their mental bodies, their physical bodies. So if that is an interest for you and you haven't looked into it yet, just look into it and see if it floats your boat. It is a gift that you've been given, but it doesn't mean that you have to use it. But it is something that is inherent in your DNA. It's inherent in your blood, in your the spiritual um, roots that flow through your ancestry. So I do like that for you, and that's what they want to have for now. Um, so if you want more, you can make that part. You have a whole hour, right? So we can dig deeper into that if you want to as well. So I like it, Christina. So many blessings to you. All right, Princess Pinky, you are up next. Any lesson for you? You have to learn to handle the situation more effectively. Okay, let's take a look here. So one is to listen to spirit. It's like getting quiet, getting still, and allowing these messages and really um, raising your vibration to that of spirit, which is of unconditional love and joy and peace and laughter, gratitude. All of that is the frequency at which spirit speaks, because they have these tons of these messages that they're saying that they have given you or are giving you all over the place in a variety of different ways. It can be through sight, in the physical world where you see license plate or bumper sticker or sign, or overhear a conversation, um, a weird rogue email, junk mail that has the subject line is like an answer. There's all the stuff in the physical world that they bring in, have brought, are bringing, and will bring into your peripherals. And then also, you'll get just things dropped into your brain out of nowhere. You won't even be thinking about something. It'll pop into your head, or you'll feel, um, a memory is just ignited out of the blue. That is spirit touching that memory. If it's someone that's passed that you're thinking about, that's them letting you know that you're not alone. And then also you'll get emotional messages that you'll have an emotional flood and you're like, where did that come from? That's a message from spirit too. It'll just take time for your brain to translate that emotion into, oh, okay, but feel the emotion, allow it to yourself to experience it. Um, because you also have the seven of pentacles, which is all about waiting and patience. I know. But it's what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit. So this is about them saying being patient here. So the lessons you have to learn to handle the situation more effectively is to give the space, allow time, step out of the urgency of things, and then just step out and do what you can to raise your vibration, turn down the fear noise, turn down the chaos, and then turn up the vibration and the frequency of spirit. because they have plenty of advice and plenty of information for you. And that's part of all this, is how during chaos can we consciously step away and turn down the noise and turn up the whispers of love. So that's what they have for you, Princess Pinky. I like it. All right. We'll continue moving down the list, and we are to Alicia Juliana. And was it true? Everything. Excuse me. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. So no. So this is them. This is the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, the Page of Fire. And so the things that they told you about yourself, I feel is almost heated. It's almost it's more it's fiery, it's passionate, it's I don't feel like it's anger as much as just you know it wasn't when you look at the Hanged Man here, I mean, this is seeing things from a higher perspective, and seeing truth is what uh you can do. You see things clearly about yourself. But what I'm really feel when I first read your question there, I was like, you're a mirror. They only see themselves in the mirror. So it's more accurate to say that what they told you was what they were telling you about themselves, because that's what they see when they look in the mirror. When a monkey looks in the mirror and he asks, "What do you see?" Well, I see you've got big ears and a tail, and you got big monkey lips and big teeth, and you like bananas." And you're like, "What are you talking about? That's not me at all." Well, it's because that's them, and that's what they're seeing, is their reflection. So, the thing that you're learning through this process, though, is the Chariot here, which the Chariot is about learning your power of choice, knowing that in every moment, you are the one that gets to choose what story of your mind you put around a situation, and what emotion of your heart you want to feel as you go through it. Every moment is either a choice of the fears of losing conditional love or those of unconditional love. It's a story of fear of losing conditional love or of unconditional love. So you're learning this power, and learning that when someone comes up to you and tells you something about, you know, like if someone comes up to me and says, "But Zen, I think you're an alien," I can be like, you could be right. Who's to say? Um, I can choose to fear about it and get defensive, or I can, choose unconditional love and go, you know, I don't know. I cannot prove it. I wasn't there when I was born. I could be an alien for all I know. But uh, we get to choose our response. What emotion, what story am I going to put to it all? And I feel like that's what you're learning through this. So that is what they have for you, Alikia. And Goldie, you're the next free reading coming up here. And you want to know your glow up energy. All right, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. All right, it is those. My goodness. So you do have some things that are coming here, which is great. These are good cards because you have the 10 of Swords. Swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, expectations. This person is not dead. They are just exhausted trying to live up to all these, supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos and musts, all this expectations that have been poured upon you. and it's exhausting. And the 10 is a good card to get with this because it's endings and new beginnings. It's like, I've had enough, I'm letting it go. And so the expectations are falling away, which is freeing you, which, yeah, it definitely glows up because all the energy you were investing in trying to complete all that and try to make everyone happy, all that energy comes back to you, which it does come back to you here. Let me just keep this a little PG in here. They the 9 of wands is your energy. 9 is normally block. There's like 9 wands that are keeping you from going through. In fact, they usually have a bandage on their head from hitting up against the same wall over and over again. And so this energy block is being released. You're realizing that the power that you have, and that one of those giant aces of wands that are keeping this wall and keeping you from going through is yours. And you take it and you remove it and you step in with your power. And then there's a gap perfectly for you to step through. And so that's where this glow up is happening. You definitely have 3 of cups coming in after that, which is joy, celebration, and connection to spirit too. Your spiritual posse is right there with you, helping you along the way. So a big piece, like I was just talking about, with realizing the power of our energy is wherever we focus on is what grows and expands. And so when we're focusing on those fears and letting people down, all that energy was being just filled, and it was just growing all this, the fears of not meeting up to all those rules people had. And when you are now focusing on what you're grateful for and who you are and what you want, and love and joy and peace, that's expanding. That's what busts through this energy block that was there before. So I really like that because you are just really sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of everyone being disappointed no matter how hard you try. You're just like, you know what? That's a waste of my energy sending it into a black hole. I'm going to focus it on my direction for me instead. So I like it, Goldie. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So continue moving down the free readings, and we are to Project Skyfalls. Let me just take a quick drink here. And you would like a spirit reading, I'm going to pull from the Angel Guide Oracle here for you. And let's see what they have here. And you got, pretty self-acceptance. Beautiful card. Let's see what message comes in from the divine. So you are making incredible efforts to heal and release habits and thoughts that once held you back. Take a moment to look at yourself through the loving eyes of Mother, Father, God, and appreciate how far you've come, all the adversity you've faced, and the person you are today. Angels are wrapping their wings around you and encouraging you to see what they see. And they see you as perfect just the way you are. If your confidence has dropped recently or you've not been as positive as you'd like to have been, change that now by giving yourself credit where it's due. Maybe you've discovered that negative talk and thoughts aren't working for you. This is a time to try loving yourself instead. To get started, try speaking to yourself more respectfully and giving yourself some leeway and some time to change. And the extended message for that card is when this appears, know that your self esteem and confidence have taken some knocks over the years, and you've had thoughts that are no longer serving you. But your angels want nothing more than for you to be happy and at peace, and they are drawing close now to help you restore your confidence in yourself. You have the ability to live a life that you love, but to experience that fully, you have to recognize that you are worthy of it. So take some time today to realize that heaven loves you unconditionally, and then take small steps to loving yourself in the same way. The outer world you experience is a mirror of the conversations you have on the inside with yourself. So align them with love. I like it. I like it. It's like I wrote it, right? This is what we talk about all the time, and it's because it's spirit. We're all communicating same spirit energy, and I love that for you, Skyfalls. So many blessings for you. All right, continuing down. You are very welcome. In Starfall, so I got Skyfalls and Starfall. Hello. When will you meet the right one for you? So everyone we meet is always the right one for us. What I feel like you're wanting to know is, when will you meet like your soul partner, the one that you'll spend the rest of your life with after all the other stepping stones? That is what I feel you're asking, and that is what we're going to pull cards for. Um, so we do have, you have the Queen of Cups coming in here. And the Queen of Cups is, of course, she rules over emotion and water. She's given a second portion of water because all queens are. So really high intuition, and gut instincts, able to deep dive into emotions. So I feel like they're saying that, when is going to be when you do some deep diving into your emotions, because you do have this transformation of your energy. Some fears that you've had around love, have around partnerships, that can be transformed, because you don't want to bring Medusa snakes into your relationship and turn it to stone, right? You want to transform these emotions and this energy into something that, instead of being a fear, it's of love. And that's what deep diving into your emotions around your fears around relationship help. And you have the Hanged Man here, which, in addition to being, seeing things from a higher perspective, seeing things more clearly in regards to love, is also the Patience card. No, it's one of the, like, it's a cocoon, you're a caterpillar, you're going through the phases of letting things go. The caterpillar tunes into caterpillar juice, literally releasing things from it that it's not going to take with it, transforming into a butterfly. Because what you're experiencing is caterpillar experiences, caterpillar love. You've had caterpillar love, and you're moving into the cocoon where you're kind of held back from relationships while you dissolve. But then once you escape and move out of the cocoon, you'll find butterfly love, which is so much more beautiful, really. I mean, if you think about it, it's so much more beautiful. And you can go places that you couldn't go as a caterpillar before. So there is this transformation that's happening, this deep diving, this cocoon kind of experience, where you're really looking into any of the emotional pains, emotional expectations, and thoughts and stuff that you've had that will free you as you move forward. So I like it. I know it's worth it, though. It's totally worth it. It just take it moment by moment, right? So that's what they have for you, Starfall. So many blessings to you. Yes, exactly. Phew. Okay, very good. All right. All right, Alikia, thank you for your donation. And do you have an additional question? Don't see one listed there. Ah, there it is. Okay. Oh no. Oh, okay. Okay. So very good. So yeah, like all of us, most of our life, we're like, what am I supposed to do? Because we're given all this supposed to do in our heads about, you know, don't, as children, we have these dreams. I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a doctor. I want to be an alien or whatever. And it's busted. No, no, do something more sensible. You're going to do this. You're going to be an accountant. That's what my dad said, you should be an accountant when I was young. And I was all phase to be an accountant until I took my first accounting class in college, and then I told my dad, "Not going to be me." uh, right, yeah, right. All right, Starfall. So, so we've got this. When we're looking at the career, looking at where we're going forward, we're given all that stuff, the supposed to's, the shoulds, the need to's, and we're kind of pulled away from our hearts on getting our heart into deciding what will make my heart sing, what will I'll wake up feeling like I'm living and not existing. And that's what's coming in here. And so you want help with your higher self, what they want you to do in this lifetime for a living. Right now, Lightworker, I'm on Alicia Juliana, I probably murdered that, um, for their donation reading. And then I will be returning back. Self love will be the next free reading. So if that helps, let me see where you're at here. You're about 7 away from the free readings. All right, you're welcome. So, so we're asking your higher self, Alicia, what guidance to do in this life for a living. And it's a living, not existing. Yeah, it's living, not existing. Yeah, because you've got the star card. So, I mean, it's definitely your higher self saying, whatever it would feel in your heart about your wish. This is a wish coming true card. Wish upon a star. If you could wish upon a star and say, I would want to do this with my life because, oh my God, it would be overflowing and I would just like love it. That is the answer. You have your higher self coming in here too. This is your human self, your higher self. And the more you commune with your higher self, there is no right or wrong. It's just what makes your heart sing is what they point you back to. They're showing you here. When you got three major arcana, the tower, it shows that things are moved out of your life on purpose and moved into your life on purpose. And you can really, I feel like the destruction here is the really trying to remove all these ideas of the supposed to, well, I'm supposed to have a job that pays me well, and we really should have these jobs that people respect, that people will be happy. I don't want to disappoint my family or have them embarrassed that I'm going to do this or that. And it takes guts. It does to get to the point of I'm sick and tired of existing and I want to live. And that's what happened to me. COVID hit in 2020, right? And I had been planning and planning and planning to go off into spirituality, and I wanted to do spiritual things, all in the, all the time. I felt like when I was working in a call center and doing things, and I was working in auto insurance, I was just like, oh my gosh. And then COVID hit, and people started dying all over the place, and I'm like, what am I waiting for to live my dream to die? And I gave my notice and went and I gave up. I sold my truck, got rid of a lot of my stuff, moved in with a friend, and then this beautiful host of a dear friend of mine invited me to come live here in the basement for free to be able to do the spirituality and to share messages. And I'm living my life and my dream because I was ready, and we get to that point of the tower where we're like, I just can't stand it anymore, not living my dream. And then we face the fears of what will people think? You don't have a car. Only losers don't have a car. Or, whatever it might be, whatever fears we have about taking leaps and steps. You know, a lot of people will say, I could never do that. And I go, you could. You just are choosing not to. And they're like, you're right. I don't want to give up my stuff. I don't want to give up the level of life that I'm living with all these things. I like my things. And I'm like, well, that's your choice. You know, they choose to do that until the things don't feel worth it anymore. Yeah. So yeah, you don't have anything to worry about. Do black sheep things. Bah! And leap forward and do what you want. You don't have anything to lose, right? It doesn't matter what you do. They're going to find something wrong with it anyway. So live, Alikia. But find what is it your heart desires. There's all this, the title you have of black sheep. You can say, I'm the unique sheep. I'm the rainbow sheep. I am. I'm not just different. I'm odd, oddly different, and I like it. And it's like you get to be yourself. You get to step forward, and I feel like that's what they're wanting. They don't want to have a like this is what you're supposed to do, Alikia, because they want you to follow your heart. They want you to be able to feel free and know that there's no judgment from the heavens at all. That they're like, do what you love, do what you want. There's no wrong answer, there's no wrong way. It's like a grandfather that takes a little grandchild to the park to play, on all the swing sets and the merry-go-round and the seesaw, and they get there and the grandchild's excited and they're like, well, what do I go on first? And they're like, whatever, go have fun. And they're like, no, what am I supposed to go on first? They're like, well, whatever, you go have fun. This is an adventure, go have fun. And they're like, no, I need to know what I need to go on first. And then so creator, it's the creator, it's the grandfather. Swings, let's start on the swings. Oh, okay, just to get them into their journey to go play, and then they learn that there's not a set thing. They want you to go adventure and fun and enjoy the journey. So that's what they have for you, Alikia. They're not going to tell you exactly which career it is because they want you to go have fun and explore. So many blessings to you. That's what they have. So enjoy. I can't wait to see what you do next because there's no wrong choice. All right. So thank you again for your donation. And we are up to self-love. So self-love, you'd like angel guidance for your upcoming life. Yes, absolutely. I do have angel guide oracle. Let me just take a quick drink here. So self-love, angel guidance. All right. And you got the sacred plan card. Beautiful, beautiful. We were just talking about what is the sacred plan. And it was so perfect with what I just talked about. It says this card doesn't represent the plan that God has for your life, more the plan that comes to fruition based on your intentions and your highest good. You have been given the incredible gift of free will, and therefore your thoughts, your deeds, your actions, and intentions are in some way going out into the universe and curating the experiences, opportunities, and energies that are flowing in and out of your life. Excuse me. And when this card appears, you're being encouraged to move into a state of surrender, where you recognize that, yes, your intentions have an impact on the creation of your life, but how those intentions unfold is not down to you, but in the hands of God. The divine plan is your intentions unfolding in a way that God, the universe, whatever you believe your higher power is, feels is for your growth and highest good. Know that every experience you have been through in your life has been a way marker on your journey towards growth and expansion. And your angels are acknowledging your growth now. The extended message for this is if you are trying to force a plan into action, the angelic guidance is to back down and trust in the greater good. Often, when something isn't happening for us, we're frustrated, but that's only because we don't see that our perfect plan is unfolding. When your ideas or plans go wrong, trust that the universe has a greater plan for you. And that greater plan isn't something that has already been chosen for you. It's more of a culmination of all of your life's intentions, your prayers, and your actions washing back towards you with opportunities and experiences. Call on your angels to light up the path ahead. You may feel that you are facing the unknown, but know that you are always guided and protected. Beautiful. I love it. I love it. All right. Um, the energy is flowing, 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 flowing. So beautiful. I love it. So that's perfect for um, uh, a perfect confirmation too of what we just talked about. So I love that for both. All right, self love. So that's what they have for you. All right. So continue moving down the list. And see Shanta, you are next up. And just a general message from spirit. I like it. All right. What do we have here? Wonderful. You are in a great place here because you have the 8 of cups. You're leaving behind emotions and individuals that no longer serve you. You're headed up this path here, round to the 9 of cups, which is the wish fulfillment card. So you are leaving things behind. I feel like the 5 of wands too, being a number of change, is that you're moving away from emotions of fear and energy of fear into something loving and more deserving for you. So you are making these decisions. You are, I feel like you have been so patient with so many people with their just the hooks and the attachments that they've had for you. And I feel like you're just going, you know what? It's time to cut and cut and cut because it's time for me to move forward. I have done everything I can, but it's like you have such a giving and huge heart that you help people, right? And um, but there's people that don't want to be helped, and you're investing energy, your energy that can be used and given to people that will actually use it to move forward. And it's like you're realizing, okay, I'm able now to cut these and move forward, and I see it now. And they've reached the thresholds. You have a high threshold, but they've reached them, and so you're just snip, 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 and it's okay. It's like spirit is saying you don't need to feel guilty. You're doing the right thing, move forward. So that's what they have for you, Sio Shanta. So many blessings to you. All right. Aditi 444, you are up and you'd like an angel message, and we'll pull from the angel guide deck. I love this deck. In case you guys, it's by Kyle Gray. He's from, I need to check and see if he's from Scotland or Ireland, but I know he has one of those cool accents that I love. You know, um, we're all, if you're not from my country, you're like, you have an accent, Bredesen. Okay. You have earth and ground. Beautiful card there. So let's see what they have for you here, DT. You may be feeling discombobulated or all over the place at this time, most likely because you're spreading yourself too thin and taking on too many projects at once. So, your angel guide is encouraging you to get grounded. And when you come back to earth, you have a clearer insight into who you are and what you need to do to feel safer and more at ease in your life. You're being guided to take some time to breathe, connect with fresh air, and even go somewhere in nature where you can relax, release, and let go. You may be uncertain about what you're supposed to be focusing on at this time, and that's because your energy is a little bit dispersed right now. But angels of the earth are with you to help you ground yourself and feel connected again, as you have important work to do and exciting experiences can only unfold when your energy is intact and contained. You are, and the extended message for this card says, you are blessed to receive this card today because it's a message of protection and guardianship. Angels are strongly connected to you in your path right now, and they want to support your evolution. When you lose a sense of connection to who you are, you can often find yourself focusing on energy or projects or even old habits that can limit that evolution. So take time to breathe, call on Mother Earth to hold you, and invite angels of the earth to draw deep roots from your being down to the heart of the earth. Know that when you are grounded, you are a strong, focused, and loving individual, and you can make decisions that are enriching and revitalizing. When this card shows up for you, angels are guiding you to remember that you are of great value. The earth is blessed to have you. Hear, 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 Aditi. So beautiful, beautiful message. I couldn't agree more. So many blessings to you. And that's what they have. All right. So continue moving down the list here. You are welcome, Sio Shanta. All right. I'm just going to take another quick drink here. Had some Chinese food earlier, and it makes me very thirsty. So my host is so good to me. She'll go, I'm getting Chinese. What do you want? I'm like, oh my gosh, what a gift. What a way to end a Sunday. So David Doolittle, you want to know your relationship with Sagittarius. Will it continue or come to an end? Very uncertain. Let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know. Okay. So, Mr. Doolittle, with these two cards coming in here, the 10 is endings and Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings in the outside world. This is like exhaustion. It's like sick and tired of feeling sick and tired of being exhausted, trying to live up to so many expectations, so many, you know, um, just requirements. And it just feels like you're constantly falling short and disappointing. And who wants to live like that, right? And so this 10 is endings and new beginnings around those things. And this is new opportunities coming up in the outside world. I mean, you also have the judgment card, which is normally your higher self calling you higher. But I look at here with the two X's as double endings, double new beginnings. So I really feel like this is kind of coming to an end. It's done what it needs to do, and your higher self is calling you more in a direction that's more in alignment with wish fulfillment. This is balancing of things, balancing of the chakra, connecting to your higher self. Both of these are that too. So I feel like there's this uh, reckoning, this adjusting to understand what is it that I truly want, not what I think I'm supposed to, what I fear losing conditional love, and what does it mean about me? Because you also have the Princess of Swords, Page of Swords, which all of those are little butterflies. I know sometimes they look like flies, but there you go. They are really butterflies. The Ace of Swords is about seeing things from a higher perspective, um, for those truths, that capital T truth that is rooted in unconditional love, which helps you cut away these small t truths, these fears of losing conditional love, all the supposed to's around a relationship. Who am I supposed to be? Who are they supposed to be? Who do I think they think I'm supposed to be? Whew, it just gets exhausting, right? And that's usually what takes the wind out of relationships is the extreme expectations we have. And so you're going through this process, and I feel like there's this ending that's happening, and you'll have this reflective period to really evaluate and understand what it is that you truly want. Because you got a lot of stuff in the relationship that just didn't. It's like I thought this was going to feel different. Like I was told when I find this is how I'm supposed to feel, and I don't. So there is this calling of your higher self inward and upward to see things from a different perspective and to connect to the inner love. But I just really feel like this fiery burning energy has done its course for you at this time. So sorry, David, but it's for you. What's coming forward for you after you go through that is so much more in alignment about with what your true wish is. So you'll have more contentment and more um, fulfillment with that. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings. Hang in there. All right. And let's see, here we are. All right, Katrina, we are to you finally. You're like, oh my gosh, was we ever going to get here? And you want to know Nathan's intentions and feelings, actions towards you. All right, let's take a look here. Thank you for your patience. and and you can always watch it on replay. Usually, even while we're in it, you can usually the bar on the bottom. You can even rewind and re-listen to stuff. So it's really cool. I like that option if you ever need to use that too. So, when we're looking at this, when we're asking Nathan's intentions, we have the devil card here. And don't worry, this isn't as bad as it looks. I know it looks like pretty like, whoa, what on earth is happening? There's going to be this ritual marriage, and you're like, no, 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 no. Um, the intentions. This is the heavenly, higher intentions with this relationship, this interactions with Nathan, because this is Saturn energy. It's your shadow. It shakes you up and rattles you to let you see what these chains that are around your neck. Sometimes they'll even show like someone in a cage. Saturn comes in to our lives and it rattles our beliefs. All of these things that we were taught growing up, it shakes it to go, is this really what you believe? Because it's not true. It has you look at your truths, it has you look at things differently, and it shakes our expectations, our thoughts, beliefs around relationship. Like if this is relationship oriented, that's what's being shaken with this interaction. And it's like they're a special agent sent by your shadow to have you see this and to challenge it. Regardless of what the human Nathan's intentions are, this is the purpose of this divine appointment and this interaction between you two. Feelings that they have. You have the Queen of Cups here, and the Queen of Cups rolls over emotion. And of course, all the queens are given a second helping of emotion, which means she has great intuition, also deep dive into deep into their emotions. So the feelings that they have for you are deep and varied because there's so much of it here. But I also feel like it's buried so deep underneath the surface. It's like Are they even here? It's like you go whale hunt, not whale hunting, but whale watching. Wow. Whale watching. And you're like, where are they? Well, they're all 20 leagues down under the sea. And you're like, are they here? Where is it at? And I kind of feel like that's what's going on here. Is they do have some deep emotions, but they're submerged, they're way low. They're not allowing them to come to the surface. And, their actions, and I kind of feel like their feelings for you too, is the Seven of Wands, where they feel like you are that usually these people are shown more up on a hill, elevated, and their perception of you and their feelings of you is almost like they feel like they can't keep up with you, like they couldn't compete with what you're able to give. They just have this, like, a pedestal in a way, where they just, because they feel low about themselves, they see you as so much higher. And that's why excuse me, they keep these emotions so deep, because they don't feel they can move on it, because they're like, I can't, they're just afraid to, that it's going to be like, showing up at a big party where people are giving you gifts of cars and homes, and they buy you a keychain. They just feel like that's the way that they can give to you. So they just feel very, very low about themselves, and very, you know, um, like unworthy, just in themselves. It's nothing that you're doing. You can't you can't help any of it. They're just looking in a mirror, and this is what they're seeing about themselves. So I don't feel like they're willing to take actions towards you. This is where their feelings are at. And this is like the state of affairs right now, Katrina. But I like that you have the Chariot card here, because this does show that through this experience, you do come out feeling victorious. You do feel movement happens in your life because of this, but it really brings in such clarity and power around your understanding of your power of choice and everyone's power of choice, because you realize that in each moment, everyone has a choice, um, of what story they're going to apply to a situation, which can either be one of fear of losing conditional love, or that of unconditional love. And then we all have a choice of emotions where we want to feel in each moment, which can be fear of losing conditional love, or that of unconditional love. So you're realizing you get to choose what you feel and what story is around anyone's actions or situations that you encounter. But you also realize, so do they. Someone could just as easily choose to be so happy and content with what is going on, or not. And you can give someone the entire world, and they could still choose to be unhappy and to find something wrong with it. And you're realizing, I feel like this through the interactions with Nathan, just you're like, you know what? I can't win to lose, or however you say that. It's like, I just can't, I do this and something's wrong with that. So I do that, and then they find something wrong with that, and it's not, oh, oh, you got promoted. I didn't. Oh, gosh. Can't you just be happy for me? There's this wonderful power and awareness that's coming in here with all that. So hopefully that resonated for you, Katrina. And that's what I'm picking up on the cards right now. So many blessings for you. All right. Winter, hello. So you have a question here, in another one here. That Lightworker has a question right before yours, though, so you'll be the next free one up after that. All right. So Lightworker, what um, what do we see in you starting your own channel this month in your gifts? Oh, let's take a look here. I know the world needs all the light that it can get. So I'm on board. Whoa. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for you here. Mhm. Yeah. So they're a little bit in agreement with me. Queen of Cups, intuitive, very much in tune with their gifts, taking a new direction. The Three of Wands is like you're in this direction, but now you're willing to go a different direction. So this, I feel like that's starting your own channel. Would be that. You have the Full card, endings and new beginnings, a new adventure, leaping into a new adventure. You have the Ace of Wands, which is new passion, new drive, new direction, fire, fire, energy, energy, new spiritual energy. And if that wasn't enough, you get the Sun. Brightness, brightness, brightness. So definitely very supported by spirit, and very supported by us, your soul family, light workers. So please let me know if there's anything that I can help you with, and let us know when you start that up, because maybe we can do a collaboration, or I would definitely support your work. So I'm excited. So go forward and let me know if you have any questions about how to do all this stuff, because it's a little fun to figure things out, and I'd be happy to help. So let me know. So love it, love it, love it. Many blessings to you, light worker. Go forward and conquer. All right. So Winter, you are next. And if you put a song, let's see, if you put a song as an indirect on WhatsApp for Fernando, will he be encouraged to talk to you? Okay, okay, I get it. I'm like, you gotta explain it to an old man. I'm like, I'm not super familiar with WhatsApp. I know, I know. Hey, when I was a little kid, we didn't even have computers. What? All right. So let me focus. All right. So we do have the Prince of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, which is movement of emotion. But there's this Five of Pentacles coming in here too, which has to do with a change of worth and how someone sees themselves. So, I feel like with the combination of these two, there is this um, reflection on how you view your worth in relation to the outside world. So it's like this is what needs to change here. It's almost like we don't need to draw someone in, you know. It's um, really looking at your worth in relationship to yourself, not so much in what this, knight on a shining horse, what will they bring? It's like they're really guiding you, the spirit, to really focus in on you and yourself, rather than looking at trying to do something to draw them in, because I feel like they're saying it, they won't. It's their, I feel like they are caught up in themselves, and um and it's like, if we're giving a gift to someone to get their attention, to have them look at us, and to recognize us, that hey, that with them won't work. It's like they go, oh, thank you, and they just walk off with the gift and focus on the gift, and you're like, seriously? So I feel like that's what the energy they're giving is like, yeah, focus your energy on you, because that's what they're doing, and it won't draw them there. So I feel like you being you, and just you living your passion, sharing you without any other intentions, you will attract someone that is drawn to the authentic you. And that's what I feel spirit wants to bring through with that. So that is what they have for you, Winter. So many, many blessings to you. All right. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right. PG 5 or PG V. You want to know Pandey's feelings for you. All right. Let's take a look here. Whoa. So I lose half the deck. About to fly off here. All right. There we go. All right. So their feelings for you. Well, are we not surprised? Balanced feelings with Libra. Uh, so, very back and forth between, they just go back and forth and back and forth. And the Five of Wands, they go from feeling fiery to, it's like they move from like they have this passion and this attraction, and then it goes into more like and love, and then it goes back to passion, and it just feels like it's in this loop going back and forth. And so it's like they go from um, having tingly feelings in their heart to tingling feelings in their body and then back to their heart. So it's just like back and forth and back and forth. So I just feel like um, they're in this loop, though. I don't feel like, yeah, I'm not getting any cards either. I was like, I don't feel action. I just feel like they're just looping with that. It's almost like when something's loading on your computer screen and the little dials just going, it's like, hello, hello, is this thing on? There's a lot going on inside here. Of course, Libra being air sign, but there's a lot of thought going into their emotions and their feelings. It's just going in this loop. And that's what they have right now. I just feel like they're being loopy. And I'm not sure when it's going to finish loading because they didn't give me any kind of action that's coming from that. So while we're waiting for other people to make moves or take action or for things to unfold, spirit guides us back to just work on our self-love, because the more we work on our self-love, the more when we do have someone enter our lives, the more love we can give and the more love we can receive, because we cannot give more love to others than we love ourselves, or receive love more from others than we love ourselves. Because if we love ourselves this much, no matter how much flood they bring, it'll drip into our heart. No matter how much love we want to put out to them, it'll just drip out to them. And so this waiting period, this looping, is for you to raise your love vibration, and the same for them too, opening up their self-love, raising that love to a higher place, so that you don't end up having what you know always got when you did what you always did. It's changing. You're going to have a different type of interaction, whether it's with them or not. This holding period is changing your love level to where eventually, if they don't do something or if they have action, it may be like, you're not matching me anymore. And it, instead of magnets attracting, it's magnets repelling. But it's for you no matter what happens there. So I like it for you there. All right. Well, that's what they have for you, PG5. So many blessings to you. All right. There I am. So, Krishna Miller, you are up next, and I'm about a half hour out. And just let you know, I keep my sessions to 2 hours, and I try to get through as many as I can. But just so you know, if you want to make sure I do complete your reading in this session, donation of any kind does, I do honor that energy exchange. And I step out of the free readings, complete donations, and then go back in order where I left off to continue those. So I'll give more options here as I get more towards ending this session. But just so you know, that's how it works, in case you are really wanting to get a reading in for sure this evening. All right, so is there anything in general that you should know, Krishna? Let's take a look here. You definitely have some action headed your way here because you have the Wheel of Fortune, the number 10, which is an endings and new beginnings where things are going to be turning for you. That's what they call it, the fortune. It's the tune of for you wheel. So even your human is going to feel like it's fortunate with the things that are coming, the things that are changing. And the Eight of Wands is fast and furious energy too, coming in very fast. So the wheel is really starting to speed up and really bring some things into your life, taking some things out of your life, moving things in for your life, but always knowing that the wheel of fates are spinning and they're bringing things for you and removing things for you as well, knowing that life doesn't happen to us, life happens for us. And within each of those fated events, the Wheel of Fortune brings a beautiful message that no matter what event comes in, we are the ones who color it. It's like a coloring page. We're given the coloring page, but we get to color it. Are we going to stay inside the lines or not? We get to choose what story we apply to any situation and what emotion we want to feel as we go through it. So the spinning is coming, this change is coming, but it's nothing to fear because you get to choose what anything means and what you want to feel as you go through it. So a very empowering time that's coming in here. I like it. All right. So many blessings to you, Krishna. All right. Light workers. So who won the New Year's, like the new one, the drawings today? I will repost here. Let me see here. If it was today's, we had, of course, Christina Lowe was here. She won one of them. But for the other two winners, here it is. I knew I had it somewhere. I'll post it here for everyone that needs to see that. There it goes. So if you want to check that out, that has who the other winners are. So there we go. And it says the connection is unstable and it's reconnecting. So hopefully you guys can hear me. There it goes. So hopefully I am coming through okay. It looked like I got a little message saying the connection got a little wonky there for a moment. So hopefully you did a post. Okay. So I did post the link to the winners of today's giveaway if you want to check those out. That was for you, Lightworker. All right. So Nelson Chantal, you're next up. So what does the new year have for you? Let's take a look here. Whoa. No, it's not. Cards are never bad. Tarot are never bad. They're just information. And when you realize life is all for us, then that's what's all good. I laughed because of the tower, which I just had a moment ago. The tower is really connected to the Wheel of Fortune around the fates and things unfold for us, but things are moved out of our life for us to make space for new things and to clear our path so we can move forward in the direction that we're wanting to head next. So you do have some significant endings and new beginnings that come in this year, which is great. You do also have a transformation here with the Five of Swords. Swords are your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, your expectations. And there's been some conflicting thoughts and beliefs around things that get spawned by this, but also get keyword by this. You have the Ace of Swords here, which allows you to connect to the higher realms, to higher wisdom, to those capital T truths rooted in unconditional love. And it allows you to see all these rules and all the ways that you were taught to look at certain things. And you're realizing, I get to switch that up. I get to choose how I perceive these things. I'm seeing things from this higher place of truth rather than from a place of opinions. Excuse me. So you do have a wonderful working out of some significant belief systems this year that really, really free you, because I feel like there's just the tower being an old, dilapidated shack that you're attached to, and a lightning bolt hits it and burns it down, but it gets replaced with a castle. And you afterwards, you're like, I'm okay with it burning down. I see now why that needed to happen. And you're really realizing this year, as you look back on things that happen, of how it was for you, and you're really learning this beautiful concept around that. So that's what I see coming in here for you, Nelson. So many blessings for you there. All right. Continue going down the list here. And we are to Kavita Soroa. I need like a general reading. Okay. So you have the Chariot card coming in here. So you do have some significant movement that's going to be coming up in your life. And that's all right, because this is also the Victory card. So, you're moving into this wonderful place in your life. And again, we are just talking about the power of choice. This is like a power of choice card, because it tells you that no matter what comes your way, that with this movement, you get to choose the story you put to it and the emotion you want to feel as you go through it. So, this change, this moving from one person to another, or away from a person, or a location change, or a job change, or all of this stuff changing, you just have this significant movement. But it is you generating it, is you initiating these specific moves, and you get to choose what, if you fear, I don't want to make the wrong choice. There's no wrong choice. You get to choose what you want. You get to live with the outcomes, and you get to define, you get to put the story around the outcome and choose what emotion you want to feel with the outcome. People will always have a different opinion. Oh, you should have done this. Oh, you could have done that. Oh, blah, 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 blah. I know, but I didn't, and I'm happy with it. you know, so this is the power that comes for you through this. So I like it. So that's what they have. Many blessings to you, Kavita. All right, Earth Angel, you will, Michael, be communicating soon with you. Oh my gosh. Chariot card came out again. I just shuffled it in there. So just like, with Kavita here, this is movement though. So this would be movement, positive outcome. So they will be communicating with you soon, and and it will feel victorious. Of course, again, you get to choose what emotion you put around the communication, and what story you put around the communication as well. But I do definitely, with that Chariot, it's coming, and it's coming soon. So I like that for you. All right, Esther. Glad you liked your reading, Esther. Hey, Intuitive Enlightenment. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for stopping by if you are still here. All right. So, Mary, PM, get a reading for a meeting you have tonight for work. Oh, how will it go, and how will your coworkers perceive me? All right. So you have the Princess of Cups, which is the Page of Cups, and this is a positive outcome. It shows a you know it's not like new love, because Princess of Cups is normally like a new love, a new heightened emotion, but it's a heightened emotion, a joyous emotion. So I feel like how it's going to go is it's going to feel like, I mean, literally, cheers to you. Good job. It's going to have a very good feeling around that. How will your coworkers perceive you? I'd like this card coming in here, because it's some are going to perceive you this way, and some 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 this way, because they're going to perceive you by whatever they are thinking about themselves. When we ask about how people perceive us, it's like I was talking about earlier, it's like asking a monkey what they see when they look in a mirror. they're going to describe a monkey to you, and you're going to go like, "You think I'm a monkey?" And they're like, "Well, you look like a monkey." And it's because you're a mirror. A cow looks in there and they think you're a cow. You're like, "How dare you call me a cow?" You know, but they're all going to see you as they are seeing themselves. And there's nothing that you can do about that. You know, when we realize that my energy is more, I'm going to say, more productively invested in seeing what do I perceive in my coworkers, because that is how I perceive myself. There's what I see in them is really what I'm recognizing within my own self. So, ooh, so you're like, you know what? I have no control over what they see. I'm just going to be the cleanest mirror so they can see clearly who they are. But there is this joy. We can't make people choose their emotions or their thoughts. We can make it easier or harder for them to choose fear or love. And the more love we put out, not fear. If we put out fear, then we're going to ignite fear. But if we put out love and unconditional love, we ignite unconditional love, make it easier for people to choose unconditional love instead of fear, blah, blah, blah type of stuff. So just walk in and be the love that you are, Mary, and have a blast, because that's what's going to make it all just full of love as well. So that's what they have for you. All right. Tawar, you can ask a question, and so hopefully you did. I don't see one too far here, so um, just for next time, all you have to do is ask your question, like everyone else, and then I just go down in order. So you definitely can do that. I don't think I'm going to read you though, because I'm like 15 minutes away here, and I still have quite a few that I'm going to go. I'm not going to be able to get to everyone in this particular session. Usually, for the free readings, I'm not able to get to the bottom because you guys are so hungry and thirsty. The list gets very long, very fast. So hopefully, we can catch you on another one. All right, Katrina, we took care of that. All right, Benita Bala, you are up next. So what are Gurpreet's next moves towards you? Let's take a look here. Anything else? Okay. I thought there was at least one more. Okay. So their next moves towards you, um, it's going to be a cycle because here's the moon and the moon cycles. It's like it's going to take a little bit because it's following the slow cycle of the moon, right? So there will be some, but just know it's going to take a little bit time for this and for their phase to take hold there. I do see there will be movement, because we've got the Prince of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. All the knights are movement, but this is more movement of thought and belief and mindset. But of course, when we make, decisions in our mind, that spawns action. So they are having these changes with their mind and the movement of their thoughts. And it feels solid with the four of discs here. Fours are a very solid number. If you think of a table with four huge legs on it, it's a very solid foundation. And they are working now on trying to build a stable outside world for them in the physical world. So I feel like it's more thoughts about how they're building their life, how they're securing their life, making it feel stable. And so I feel like it's going to take some time for them to actually take the action because they're trying to work on so many things all at the same time. I feel like the next move will be coming soon, and I feel like it's about uh, how you would fit into their life. Yeah, because they have the Two of Wands, so they're kind of in this crossroads too, making a lot of decisions. So I know It's like waiting for them, waiting for them. And while we're waiting for people to make their decisions and to determine things, all we can do is focus on our own selves, our own self love, to raise our love vibration. So we're more able to give love and receive love when that time comes. So the more you can open up your own love for yourself, then the more it'll have this beautiful flowing relationship later. So that's what they have for you right now, Benita. I feel like maybe that's what we've talked about in the past, right? Like, when are they going to get moving? Put a fire under their butt, spirit. But it always unfolds perfect. I know, I know. All right. And Krishna, was he honest with you about his whereabouts in Woodbridge? We have the Queen of Cups here. I feel like with this that they're saying trust your intuition, trust your gut, because you can tell in your heart, in your gut. You're just like, no, I don't think they were. Then they weren't. If you're like, well, I think they were, then they were. They're telling you to trust your gut instinct, your intuition, because with that Queen of Cups, she's double water. She has a very in tune gut instinct. So trust that. I feel like you know what it is. So, all right. All right. I'm just looking down the list here, making sure I'm not bypassing anyone. And we are to Yavi. You want to know D's intentions? You're welcome, Krishna. And Benita. All right, Yavi. D's intentions. Okay. It looks like here that there is going to be a change of direction that is happening. The King of Swords, very much in their mind and thoughts and beliefs, and coming in there. Sorry, I'm trying to get to focus a little bit. Come on, come on. There it goes. So the swords are thoughts, beliefs, mindsets, attitudes, expectations, and the way they look at things. And with that Ace of Swords, they roll over air, and all the kings are given double air. I mean, an extra dose of air. So they're very much in their mind about things, thinking, 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 thinking. Maybe they're an air sign. I don't know. But they've got a lot of um, things that they're contemplating and overthinking and rethinking, and just trying to figure everything out in their minds. And because of that, they will be taking a different direction than they had communicated or before. So they are taking a different approach. Let me take a look here. Is this towards you or away from you? Or they just don't want you to know. The King of Pentacles. I don't feel like it's necessarily like away from you. I feel like they're just so consumed with their outside world that they, um, not that they've been giving you a lot of emotion anyway. I feel like they're very much this huge thinker, and you have to remind them they have a heart. And I feel like they have so much in their mind about the outside world. This is where their mind's all engaged, that the direction that they're taking is even more so. I'm so busy doing things. I'm getting this organized. I'm starting this. I've got to do this. I got to do this. You're just like, where do I fit in between all that? And I know that feeling. One of my relationships, I learned a beautiful lesson around this beautiful, lovely, numb feeling of feeling like you're being fit in between the important things. And you're like, wow, it felt horrible. But then Spirit showed me, of course, um, how was I fitting me in between the important things, not putting me first. in my own life. I was putting me last and fitting me in between all these important things in the outside world. So I love this for you because it is moving you into this, into seeing that I get to choose for me. They're doing all their stuff. I get to choose for me. What do I want? And I love that for you because it's a beautiful, freeing, definitely, you know, energy that comes with all that. So that's what they have for you, Yavi. So many, many blessings to you. All right. So I was just looking here to see where we were all at, and I have hitting my 2 hour mark here in just a moment. So, and I say, Christina, this is was not my one card pull fast round of questions. This was my getting into the nitty gritty ones. So I will pull Christina. You'll be my last free reading in this session. So for everyone else that I haven't gotten to yet, one, if you want me to complete your reading in this session, a donation of any kind, I do honor that energy exchange. I'll make sure I complete it in this session. If you're not able to make a donation, I totally understand that. And we're all at different financial abilities in our lives at different times. But I do have a ton of free content. First of all, I do want to thank everyone for all the thumbs up that you've given the video. It does help spread the Zen love and it makes the YouTube algorithm want to share all my videos with other people as well. And it's totally free. So it just takes a little tap for a like, and then it just helps spread the Zen love. And you can be part of that beautiful tidal wave, the tsunami of love, I call it. So thank you for that. But if you do need a reading tonight, and you are not, unable to make a donation, if you click on my name, the Buddha Zen Mystic Tarot, it'll take you over to my main page. And there's a ton of playlists. I put out a ton of free content. I have you know, like weekly energy updates by each zodiac sign. I have monthly readings for each zodiac sign. I have pick a card readings. I have solstice readings. I have like Aquarius season just came out. So it's seasonal each month for that. Just a variety of different readings. If you follow your heart, spirit will guide you to the video or videos that have messages for you. Also, as I posted earlier, I have a giveaway every 2 weeks. I just had the giveaway today. So the next giveaway videos will post tomorrow. So keep an eye out for that. If you have subscribed, make sure you selected that all notification in the notification bell in your settings. And then you'll be notified when I put out new videos and also when the winner announcements come out. Because if I like today's, if I get 15 or more likes on the videos, I will give away a 30-minute person recorded reading. And then if I get 30 comments or more, I add a 45-minute person recorded reading. If I get 45 more comments, I add an hour person recorded reading into the mix. So today's, because I did get over 45 comments, I gave away those three readings. So that's an opportunity to win some free readings. I do offer personal readings at what I feel is a reasonable price. And if you want to book one of those, all that information and the pricing information is listed in the description box of this video down below. I am on every night, Wednesday through Sunday night. I do take off Mondays and Tuesdays from lives because I do other recordings and other things. So it's my little break, but I am Wednesday through Sunday night, and then also Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. I did lightning rounds, which is what Christina mentioned, Friday, Saturday, and today, which was a 1 hour, one card readings where I did, the first 2 days, I did over 30 readings in that hour. And today I actually completed them all. I did like, I think 28, so almost 30. So that's an opportunity to get answers. I don't do any donations on those. It's free readings, one card, boom, 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 boom. And so that's also an opportunity. I feel like I want to do those as long as you guys show interest. So I'll probably do a next one on Wednesday. All right. But that's all the opportunities, all those things that can be done. So, Christina, um, I don't see that you asked a question, I don't think. But so we're going to do a one card and see what, or if they throw out more than one, I will. But we'll see what Spirit wants you to know right now. All right. You did get two. Wow. Yeah. So you have the King of Wands, which is really, it's your spiritual energy. I feel like this is your higher self because it's the highest spiritual energy you can achieve or connect with, which is you. And then here's your higher self sitting on top of your human self. So I feel like this is definitely your higher self calling you into a deeper connection, a deeper partnership, a deeper relationship with them. It's like they're calling you into this heightened, more just close, intimate friendship and awareness. And so they're just inviting you. It's like, can we have like a date night where it's just you and me and we hang out and we get to know each other? It's that kind of feeling. They're drawing you in closer to really open you up to that connection more with them. So I like that for you, Christina. So exciting times ahead. And that is what we have. So I don't see any emails. I don't have any. All right. So I don't have any other donations. So that is going to be it for tonight's session. Thank you guys so much for all your love, all your support, and for your thirst for seeking after spirit and wanting messages from them as well. I would love to get through to everyone always, but the list gets so long so fast. And I have been um, cautioned by spirit to balance. And so I am balancing. I try to keep these sessions to 2 hours. So that is it for this evening. Please know as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you guys too. So until I see you guys again, hang in there. Have an amazing day, an amazing night, wherever you're out in the world, and we'll see you soon. Until then, much love to you. You guys take care.